It don't happen again, oh. It don't happen, my dear people. I don't know how I want to cut this one, oh. This our ex-governor for Enugu State, where he named the Chimaroke Nnamani. He don't go carry mouth, come the truth for the matter, where concerning IPOP and the sit at home. In fact, the way he take talk, he will say this man now, he want complete the sale of IPOB and the whole Eastern State because he's among the betrayers we will get for that eastern part of the country. Despite the fact that me, where they give this news, nobody say I don't support the release of Nnamani Kanu, but in the way, where will they carry on the sit down for house, come they look anyanya, now me I no come support, and waiting to happen because that news or that video why I saw, where they record them on non-government, where they force it at home, I been autopilot soldiers, where they come the floss small children, where go school. Now that one me, I don't support. But as this man now, he run the carrying matter, I be carrying the mouth. Come the took for this matter, my dear people. May we just do what? Let all the guy there do. And I remember say, now my watch word be that, because this one, now one of the betrayers, we don't sell almost sell the eastern state finish, or the Biafra land finish. But as God may have it, now I ain't to go Kabiama, come take a Okbo, we Bawasha easy. But I don't say I'm saying the prayer of the BIAFRANS don't they work on their lives. As for the last election, he don't go carry 9/0. I be 0/9. Why don't they finish? In fact, I don't want to make I control the talk this thing. Make on hear them from the horse's mouth. As they listen, don't forget to subscribe, like, all the very, very important thing. Share this message because everyone in that our southeast need to hear this message. So that anywhere one aside this man, I beg, we don't go to easy because also Nandi, I ain't an Igbo, and I know one Enugu State as it stands now. I beg if you know the hear my Igbo dialect, forgive me. Next time I go try to find a word that is suitable for the ones who speak for Igbo language because me, I no go school. I just try my best to say make I bring this news, come give honor, so that everybody could know what in the happen for we Obodo Biafra. Make honor, let us go there, please. Tighten your city belt too, because now take off one take so. If you follow where they take off, that one now you sabi. Former lawmaker who represented the Enugu East Senatorial District in the 9th National Assembly, where he named the Senator Chimaroke Nnamani, has expressed sadness over the activities of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, in the southeast. For this matter, Daily Post on the reporter that the secessionist group are currently enforcing a one-week sit at home across the region as a protest against the incarceration of East Liza Nnamani Kanu, who is still in the custody of the Department of State Service, will be DSS. Chimaroke, so now you're going to open your mouth. For the past 2 years, Nnamani Kanu have been in incarceration. We never hear you. The only thing you are good in doing is do what? Is to campaign from APC to PDP and from PDP to APC. Ekwense mekpo woko Amadioha Igbabu mechi onu just buwara Biafra. If you know say no go talk, may the release Nnamani Kanu, then just keep your mouth shut with all due respect. This old haggard what I will call you. May the no go block my mouth. But I go see the talk I'm sure you are never do well. On Wednesday, a disturbing motion picture which captured the IPOP members beating some pupils and their teachers for disobeying the sit-at-home exercise went viral on the social media. Reacting to that video, Chimaroke Nnamani, a former governor of Enugu State, blamed the development on the tribalism and religious bigotry upon who, either the country or our own Biafrans. Now they ask you, Chimaroke Nnamani, the saboteur. In a tweet on his official handle on Thursday, the former lawmaker wrote, the decline of Igbo civilization, strange happenings in a strange land. How do we explain the Igbo flogging the school children, teachers and mothers? Offense or not offense? According to him, it comes with a question mark. I beg, if you know the answer, drop it at the comment section. Igbo fulfilling the methodological trinity. Ebambo, hustle, only a society that celebrates incompetence, half knowledge and ignorance, all rooted in the darkest eclipse of tribalism and religious bigotry. With what? With an apostrophe mark. Hey, chai. And they try for English, apostrophe. Okay, make on I hear this one. This one I see the case of Chimaroke Nnamani, the person where don't make him fair the senatorial election for his own discredit. He don't come out now say his name be Professor Ray Nnaji. Senate seat. I am behind Chimaroke's failure, not Governor Ugwanyi, Ray Nnaji. A chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Barrister Ray Nnaji, has asked Senator Chimaroke Nnamani to stop blaming Governor Ugwanyi Ifeanyi for his electoral lose. Nnamani, who lost his return bid to the Senate, has accused Governor Ugwanyi of playing a spoiler. But addressing the journalists in Enugu, Nnaji, a former national auditor of the PDP, disclosed that Chimaroke built a foundation for his own failure, according to Barrister Nnaji. He said, and I quote, former governor of Enugu State, Senator Chimaroke Nnamani, naming Governor Ifeanyi Ugwanyi as the cause of his defeat was laughable because he knew I, Barrister Nnaji, was the one that wrote the petition. I wrote the petition to the National Secretariat of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and even threatened to take them to court if they fail to discipline Nnamani. It is quite or very unfortunate if he gets disgraced looking for another person to blame because I discussed the issue of petition with him. I wrote the petition initially, and how it started was when his name appeared in the Presidential Campaign Council of APC. But before then, there was a publication he made at the back of Sun newspaper, where he eulogized Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So when his name was listed among APC Presidential Campaign Council, I thought it was a mistake and I put a call on him and told him that what he is doing is not good. That his name appeared on APC PCC. I told him to refute it, but he refused. I even defended him during an interview that it was a mistake without knowing I was making a very big mistake. Subsequently, he hosted the APC Presidential Campaign Council in his house at Abane, which was published in the Guardian newspaper on December 28 of 2022. The publication made me look like a stupid person, defending him not knowing he had a different agenda then. I couldn't stomach it any longer and I wrote a petition and attached a copy of that publication. I asked the party, why should they allow such a thing to happen? That the man is going to destroy the party. Incidentally, someone I told that what Chimaroke was doing was wrong and that I am going to write a petition against him went and told Chimaroke. So he called me and said that somebody is here and he said that I am going to write a petition. I said no, that I have written and sent it to the National Secretariat already. He asked what he did and I told him it was as a result of anti-party activity. He asked me what he has done to me and I told him it was numerous to be mentioned. He asked what he can do about it and I told him the petition has gone out and it's like a bullet, can never be controlled once released. He asked me to be his lawyer and I said no, that I cannot be a judge on my own case and that he should look for another lawyer. We discussed it for over 20 minutes that day and I told him that what he's doing is going to mess him up. I even threatened the party that I am going to sue them if they fail to discipline him. So 1 week later, I saw that he was being suspended, but instead of him to calm down and make the party hierarchy to explain his situation, he started making mouth that it was nonsense. But initially, he was telling me that he has read the Electoral Act and that he has been given nomination form and that nobody is going to remove the nomination from him. I told him he is making a very big mistake because if the party removes him, he has no platform to contest. I told him not to forget about what the Constitution said. Eventually, the man was actually dealt with. He started having a series of problems when Oyibo Chukwu was assassinated and it was ascribed to him. But I am not saying it is him. No, I can't vow for anybody but myself, according to Barrister Nnamani. He didn't handle the matter well, because if I were him and had an ear to listen to advice, he would have come out and condemned it in strong terms. Of course, he didn't condemn it, but said I could have warned him if he didn't die. That was not condemnation. He is looking for where his problem lies, when he built up a foundation that created his problem and failure, according to Barrister Nnamani. When Oyibo Chukwu died, I felt so bad, because all of us were practicing, and there was even a meeting we entered recently. So he was a very good friend. Ordinarily, I will not say that he is the one that killed him, but the steps he took to condemn it led to that. He would have condemned it in a strong term, and he didn't do it, but that doesn't suggest he was the one that killed Oyibo. Subsequently, that was when he went to camp for campaign, and they started jeering at him. That was the build-up to his defeat, and he is now holding on to Governor Ugwanyi as the cause. He should hold me, who started the whole thing, responsible for his failure, and I am happy I made him fail. I have been reading and never see where he mentions my name, whereas I was the one who initiated what made him fail. Nnamani went further to say that Chimaroke's arrogance contributed to the PDP's failure both in national and state, adding that the Labour Party swept all positions in Enugu State based on the vacuum created in the PDP. All these things made it look so easy for the Labour Party. I believe that when we come out of this terrible situation, that the party will be very careful. This arrogance has cost us national, and the same thing is happening to the state. We are not careful. I don't know. The Labour Party will be taken over everywhere. What I'm saying is that Chimaroke contributed to the party's failure. He didn't help us anywhere. Governor Ugwanyi contributed to the problem we are having when he brought Chimaroke back to the party from PDC without following the constitutional provision. The constitutional provision is that when you leave the party and later return to the party, you have to queue up for your turn. You queue up and wait for your turn. But as an exception to that, you have to apply and get a waiver, and the governor didn't do that, but just brought him and gave him a form for the Senate. So I asked, why do I do it on the eve of election? And I told them that the Bible told us that when one part of your body will take you to hell, you better cut it off than entering hellfire with the whole body intact. Incidentally, he said he is resigning from the party when he has already been expelled from the said party, according to Barrister Nnamani. This one is all about Chimaroke Nnamani, what he says concerning the IPOP sit at home, and also what he says concerning his failure to get the ticket as a senatorial district of his own constituency. I knew Buhari would not release Nnamdi Kanu, but Tinubu is different, according to Lotanna Ojukwu. Lotanna Ojukwu, younger brother to the former Biafran head of state, Chukwu Emeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, has said that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is different from his predecessor, Muhammadu Buhari, according to Lotanna. According to him, Tinubu bears no ill will towards the Igbo people. Are you sure? Unlike Buhari. Ojukwu stated this during an interview on Arise Television's morning show program on Friday, responding to questions on security issues prevailing the southeast region of the country. The younger Ojukwu said that Tinubu doesn't carry the same baggage as Buhari appeared to carry regarding the Igbo people or the BIAFRANS. He insisted that if the governors come together to lobby for Kanu's release, the president will listen and release him. According to him, if the governors are sincere, they are enough to be able to talk to the president. They will achieve the result that we are seeking on the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. The most important fact is that the court has said Nnamdi Kanu should be released. We know that Buhari did not have much favor towards the Igbos. He called us a dot in a sport. So really, I never believed Buhari was going to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and I voted it out anytime people ask for my opinion. But I believe Tinubu is a different person. He doesn't carry the same baggage as Buhari appears to carry regarding the Biafran people. And I would like to see the Yoruba and the Igbos have a better standing love for each other or for each other's ethnic group or ethnic belief. That's why this one is coming from Lotana. Breaking news. Supreme Court nullifies Senator Nwa Oboshi's conviction. Oboshi, Abi Obosi, I don't know, but let's see. Supreme Court on Friday nullified the conviction of Senator Peter Nwoboshi and his sentencing to 7 years imprisonment for offenses of fraud and money laundering. That's all I'm going to do. Nigerians report that the Apex Court ordered his immediate release from the Ikoyi prison in Lagos where he's being held. The Supreme Court also freed the two companies, Golden Touch Construction Projects Limited and Sumin Electrical Limited, tried with him on the 2-count charge brought against them by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Nigerians gathered that the judgment was given a split decision of 4-1. The Apex Court set aside the July 1, 2022 judgment of the Court of Appeal, Lagos, which reversed their discharge and acquitted by a federal high court in Lagos. In a late judgment by Justice Emmanuel Agim, the court held that Nwobosi and the two companies were unjustly and maliciously prosecuted by the EFCC for committing no offenses known to the law, who subjected them to needless criminal trial in relation civil transaction. Recall that the EFCC has accused Nwobosi and his companies of illegally acquiring a property named Guinness, a beginning house on Marine Road in Apapa, Lagos, for 805 million naira, property said to belong to the Delta state government. The anti-graft agency had claimed that the part of the money paid for the property was transferred by Sumin Electrical Company on behalf of Nwobosi and the Grand Touch Construction Project Limited, adding that the funds are believed to be proceeds of their illicit activities, according to the EFCC. Kano State Police Command to engage repented thugs in a football match. Emphasis on repented thugs. After committing heinous crimes, they call them repented thugs. The Kano State Police Command has disclosed plans to engage repented thugs arrested during the recent Salah celebrations in a football match. The command says the match is a way of ensuring these thugs turn a new leaf and stay repented. Nigeria News report that the Kano State Commissioner of Police, Mohammed Hussain Gumel, disclosed while parading 108 suspects arrested for various crimes during the last Salah celebration. According to him, the command team and the repentant thugs would host sports activities including football, both indoor and outdoors. The Commissioner of Police said, "We will develop a different approach to make sure these thugs are changing their lives and become better people. We will even organize sports competitions with them. We will play a football match and we will play an indoor match also." Our eyes are now focusing on the Imagine Togri, Daba activities, especially within the Kano metropolis. Going forward on this, we have set out operational strategies with a robust intelligence gathering on the early warning signs, and our assets are already in place towards surmounting all forms of the underlying crimes and criminality around the state. Already the following identified suspected thugs, Yan Daba kingpins, are by this press conference invited to report at the nearest police station or else will be declared wanted, and we will get them arrested at all costs and get them prepared for the full wrath of the law. They are Burikita of Durayek Karama Quarters, Mercy of Khan, Tudandala, Dambos of Dalaba Makarebata, Adoronto, and the rest of them, and their quarters is being named here. Others are from other quarters, Yanta quarters, and the rest of them. This one are the quarters where they are operating. So, be rest assured that if you refuse to appear before the police or hand yourself over to the police, you will be traced, and when you are being caught, you will face the full wrath of the laws. So, if you had your name, be rest assured that the police are coming for you if you refuse to do the needful. Ex-governor also, Children Kalashi, with his stepmother in court over their property. The offspring and former spouse of late Idongist Ikanga, former military governor of Akwa Ibom State, have petitioned the Federal Capital Territory High Court in Abuja requesting assistance in repossessing their paternal home. The 4 children, Utia Base, Etiotope Lance, and Enidara Nkanga, along with their mother, Joanna, asked Judge O.A. Musa to nullify an eviction order in favor of their stepmother, Musan Ikanga. The youngest child is 25 years old, according to their lawyer. Ikanga's widow, Mausen, evicted her stepchildren and their mother from the family residence in an upscale area of Abuja based on a period court order. The kids, through their lawyer, Inieben Effiong, appealed to the judge to invalidate this eviction. Currently, the children are without a home, Mr. Effiong stated. According to Premium Times, he recounted an incident where one of the kids was filmed being chased out during the eviction by Ms. Nkanga. Ms. Nkanga's attorney, Marvin Omorogbe, disagreed with the children's claims of his homeless, asserting that they were vacationing in France at the time of the eviction. Omorogbe asked the court not to rush their application. The judge acknowledged both parties' arguments, affirming that the court could reconsider its decisions. Despite the congestion of cases, he advised the children to find a temporary accommodation until he returned from his vacation. Mozan Nkanga initially sued her stepchildren in 2021 over the refusal to grant her access to the family home. The court ruled that this violated her rights to the property. A review of Nkanga's will shows that the family house was divided between his wife and children, with the children's section to revert to Mozam when the youngest child turned 30. Effiong stated that since Adarat is only 25, Mozam shouldn't have taken possession of the home, labeling her action as a court process abuse. The suit has been adjourned until September 1 for a hearing. Bauchi residents, they don't stop to eat kwili. Make you see the reason, in case if you are the one, if you are among those people eating kwili, come and hear here. I don't know what it means, but let us see the reason why the Bauchi residents have stopped to eat kwili. Bauchi, or residents of Bauchi State and some other parts of northern Nigeria, have reportedly stopped the consumption of kwili. Explainer: kwili is a popular delicacy in Nigeria, mostly made and eaten in the northern part of the country. The enticing and crunchy delicacy is made from peanuts, otherwise known as granules. Some spices are sometimes added to kwili to make it appealing and taste better, Nigerian News understands. Karago, as it's been or commonly called in Bauchi and some other places in the north, is usually traded by women and female children, most of whom occupy or rented spaces in markets and crowded areas to sell to consumers to make a living. However, the delicacy, which has been around for generations, is now widely eaten by all categories of people, has called for concerns in the north. Recent findings reveal that the consumption of the food has given rise to health concerns due to its poor handling and unhygienic packaging by those who prepared it. Vanguard quoted a survey by Arewa Voice to have identified some concerns over kwili trading and consumption in the northern parts of the country. The survey reportedly carried out around major markets in Bauchi showed that the commodity is mostly produced and marketed in an unhealthy conditions and environment, thereby putting off some discerning consumers who fear for their health. In Yelowa market, for instance, the commodity is reportedly sold around the gigantic culverts, competing with a huge refuse heap dumped by flood and which emits an offensive odor, God forbid. Also, many other producers and sellers of kwili in the part of the country use any available space on the roadside, not minding the environmental hazard associated with the open display of the commodity on the open space. Due to the development, some residents who spoke with the journalist said they will stop eating kulikuli for now until the condition under which it is prepared and sold is significantly improved. For lovers of kulikuli, make una dey hear am o. No go dey eat anything wey you no know where, how, or where it's been prepared. Hygienic is very, very important in anywhere food are being processed. The source quoted an electrical engineer, Patient Sunday, saying that she had been eating karago kulikuli since her days as a student in the north. According to her, she had in recent times been complaining bitterly to the vendors about their unhealthy environment and poor handling of the foodstuff and advised them on how to best to handle it, but that her counsel had not been heeded in recent times. I am one person who likes karago or kulikuli, as you may like to call it. In fact, my love for kulikuli didn't start today. It goes way back to my days as a student. I started patronizing vendors near the Yelewa market, but I had to stop buying and consuming it because of the environment and the way they handle it when selling to buyers. I had a very unpleasant experience once. One fateful afternoon, I came back early from work and headed to feed my stomach, so I opted for gare and karago since I could prepare it very fast. Because I already had gare, I rushed to the market to get karago, but I was put off by the woman who was to sell karago to me because she was using the same hand she had used in eating mango and kept the pail to sell the commodity to me without carrying to wash her hands. That was it for me. I hated it, and since then I have not gone back. Sunday, reportedly said. Another resident, a medical practitioner who pleaded not to be mentioned in the sprint, told Arewa Voice that efforts to file a complaint with the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission have not also produced effective results. It troubles me too each time I pass by those sellers. I don't know if they know that they are not helping their fellow compatriots, he noted. He added, it is the same thing at Muda, Lawa Market, and even Wunti. The least they could do is to use transparent nylon materials to cover them because, unlike meat, beans, and other foodstuffs, kulikuli is not cooked before they have been eaten. I have tried filing a report with the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, but each time their server will not connect. You know, exposed foods like this can be contaminated, and when eaten could result in virus sicknesses. When contacted to speak about the development, senior staff at the FCCPC Bauchi State Office, Madam Bafa, told reporters that if people send us complaints about it, we will take action against them. It is no longer news that food exposed to flies and unhealthy environment can lead to food poisoning, according to this speaker. Masquerades of decadency, according to Sheikh Usani, blast Tinubu supporters at the European Union office. Everything about Nigeria is RNG. Everything, they must arrange people. People must come out, and youth for that matter, to go to protest. Over how much being paid to them, maybe 1,000 or even 500, and they will agree to go to protest. What are you protesting? Because of the outcome of the result, which European Union are giving their say. And now they arrange people to go and protest now that they are not satisfied with it. They do not disagree with it. But when they are giving box of money to INEC to conduct that so-called election, all of you did not go there to protest. Please don't give them money. We don't want your money. Ndara. Former Kaduna Central lawmaker Senator Sheikh Usani has slammed some protesters who stormed the European Union office in Abuja on Thursday in protest of the organization's report on 2023 election in Nigeria. Sani, in his reaction on Friday, said the protesters lack conscience and are masquerades of decadency that have premeditated the Nigerian system. It will be recalled that following the release of the report of the 2023 presidential election, supporters of President Bola Tinubu on Thursday stormed the National Secretariat of the European Union in Abuja. Nigeria report that Tinubu supporters, under the urges of coalition of civil society organizations and political parties,